What a difference a week makes. 12 degrees one weekend, next weekend we have 50 degrees. Look at the sun, it is beautiful. So we're at the Eagles, which is a, one member only bar, grill, banquet hall, but you can rent out the other half for the banquet. And this is where Hastings is having another one of the auctions. So we're going in and seeing what there is. It's a lot of tools this time. So Chris was able the last time we were here to get quite a few tools, so he's hoping to today. So there may not be as much for me, but you know what? I know you find it hard to believe, but it can't. It doesn't always need to be about me. About me, and sometimes it is about him. Oh, there are buttons. I didn't see any buttons on the internet, but there are more buttons. Maybe we'll see how high they go. I'll go for some. I was a little lenient last year or last time to I'll just go for it, especially since there's not as much for me to bid on. Oh, there's bags of buttons. Let's go on the other side and look. Look, it's a fish and a bird. Oh, buckles. I'm sure some of them are probably baked light. Those are neat. Those are fun. I don't know. I don't. Some tapestry. They do have a little bit of silverware. I'm always looking at the handles because I want to stick it out of my iron stone. I'm still in the hunt for the soup or the tomato spoon. That's kind of interesting. Some turquoise. Coke, Coke, Coke. Chris collects Budweiser ones. I know you're surprised by that. No, no, those are fun. This is like a little bit different error than I bought from the last time. Oh, I do. There's a couple. I like those to put them on top of Bibles. So some of them do have cases. Some jewelry. Oh, pocket watches. Navy. Oh, is it flashed? You don't want to wash it and have all the paint come off. That's what I'm worried about. Kind of looks like it's flashed because the stuff has sat so long that I don't know. We're not going to ask. Oh, look at that ice cream mold. I like that one because you can actually see it. I'm good. How are you? Oh, it's broken. Well, there's a broken piece in it anyway. Those are pretty. He's an egg cup with a hat. Huh. Oh, I have not seen green like that. I like those. Some crock bottles, bitters. Ooh, those are nice. That's really nice. What is that? Whoa, whoa. Look at those. That's a beast. Wow, it's cracked. More elephants. Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, he's looking at the mold. He's a study dog. I'm actually surprised that there's all this Avon. I'm sure to somebody it's collectible. A bunch of Planters peanut people. He's actually funny. Oh, made in Japan. Oh, it's broken. It's broken. You have to kiss a lot of toads before you meet a handsome prince. I'm sorry, that is hilarious. Hello. They made cigarettes very fancy. Look at that cigarette.
I managed to get.
Look at all those little egg cups. Little shot glasses, a little bit of everything. And they said, nope, this is not their last auction. They have more still. And they're not in wonderful shape. Cannot believe how he must have loved elephants. What is this? I gotta take a moment and shoot a picture of that. I mean, I can clean anything, maybe, sort of, sometimes. Google Lens says this is. I mean, I didn't even look at the bottom to see that it's Pyrex, but it is a Pyrex. Huh? That's very cool. Very cool. No lid. I like the hand. I like the top and handle on that piece. It's fun. These are always fun. $10. We wish. Hmm. Look at those big old. Oh, they're attached. It must be. They must be gear shift knobs, maybe. I'm guessing. Sometimes I make up my own stories. He's so little. Some kind of molds. I like the angel wings always. Oh, blue side candlestick. Sometimes you gotta study a little bit. Ooh, that's a good mushroom, maybe. Google that now. Nobody wants it. That is a very unique reamer. It is cracked. The stand. It's pink. Fun. Kentucky China. Ooh. Good morning. Yeah. Oh, something stood in there. A whole bunch of locks, which are very cool. But now you need to go to that section and find the key, the key for them. That has a lot of locks. We've got some more wood. That one's neat. They did, yes. Oh, it is. I collect frogs, so it's a little side heavy on that. Yes. Is it a flower frog? It doesn't go all the way through. So that's interesting. Sure, those probably gloves. No, it doesn't go all the way through. So yeah, usually they do. That's fun. That's a fun piece. Oh, it's a little funny set. How can you clean that? That's a good question. Kids' toys. I wanted the fold train last week, but it went more than I wanted to pay for it. So I like, of course, because it was black. Grand Rapids brass souvenir. He is fun. He's very fun. Independent stove. The only elephant I probably like. It's a pipe. Huh. And then all the stuff Chris and Todd are interested in. Oh, I told you, that's tools. Right up his alley. Oh, that would have been a salesman sample. Oh, look at the little stove. It's green. It's crazy that that would have plugged in. That is so crazy. The plastic cups. Children's toys. Oh, that's cute. It is so perfectly perfect. Look, it's seen better days, but it's old. Oh, that piece. That piece. Oh, oh, look what's here. It's another one. I'm not giving this to Lily this time. That's a good one for me to collect. Oh, okay, now some true hog scrapers this time. Last week I bought like the brass ones. This is a copper hog scrapers. I love that he had tags on it. He saved. Oh, oh, that one needs help, but they're old, very old. Brass. Now these I find that I pass up now because people actually want to use them. So if they're not pristine and usable, I'm a decor person, so you learn as you go. Oh my gosh, look at these candles. Mm. Oh, it's a peacock. Oh, that's fun. What is that? I don't understand what that is, but they have something with tobacco. Oh, people enjoyed their tobacco. Mm, cute. Little folk art wooden bird is adorable. Huh. He doesn't look friendly. Oh, there's another one. There's two of them. Oh, you're fine. I'm lots and lots and lots. Lots of tools for Chris today.
700. 700 bucks. This is homemade. Yeah. Yep. I was gonna stop one day at your house.
So that was another great auction, though there wasn't a ton. It was about Chris coming and getting some tools. Unfortunately, hi Todd, the guy that he's right next to at Hog Creek that has all the tools too. He was there buying this time, so Chris didn't get quite as much as he was hoping for. I got some yummies. Chris always says that. I will say I don't see a lot there for me, and then yeah, I come home with a lot. I love everything old. They don't always show in pictures what is all there. I mean, they want to entice you. So I did get some more wood because it is aged and it is lovely. So some spoons, some mashers, some big old thick butter scoops. They loved their butter back then. And then a little thinner one. And then this beautiful hand carved, probably grain scoop to make your flour, to make, these are old. It's got a little bit of brokenness there. This guy was a true antique dealer. For 30 years, this stuff has been locked up, and we are now getting to buy it. And this is the seventh auction that they've had. I don't know. And then the family had sales before that. The granddaughter was telling me that they had a sale at the mechanic shop, and she was giving butter pats away. My heart. There was one, and Becca's sister wasn't there this time, so I get to keep this. Plus, this is the coloring that I collect, and I just got a butter pat holder out of Whatnot. I have one space left to fill, and this is going to take its place. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I know you guys I'm excited about a lot of things. And then I love this masher, so unique. Love that. And then you got the classic. And I think the cracks and the patina, it tells the story. These are 100 years old. I'm glad that I don't have to mash grain to make bread. I'm glad I don't have to use the grain scoop to get the grain to mash it up to make my bread. I am so happy that I don't have to. Hey, now I have done the sourdough starter, and that's about as much as you're going to get from me. So for some other wood, there were some butter molds, and they sold it as a set because I love these, but that one, and 30 years ago, that had a $42 price tag on it. Oh, baby, that's a nice one. Little warpage. And then he has an article. Sometimes they threw some of the articles out. Sometimes they kept. I was trying to see a date. It was an antique. Hold on. Where's a date? I want a date. The tag might be over the date. This is from 95, an antique, but it did a whole write-up on butter molds. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And I am happy that, their seasoning was butter. They made butter churns, butter molds, butter scoops, pressed it to know where the butter came from. That was their seasoning. It's just amazing. Now these aren't, I think they're probably some kind of a casting mold. The stork is cute, but it is, you're buying both of them. It was definitely the angel wings. It actually says Jackson Avenue, Vanderloft, Pennsylvania, stamped on the back. It's cute. Chalk. They're chalk, so they're not perfect. Did I buy it because it was green? I would not plug it in, whoever ends up buying this, but I'll leave the cord for you. It's in great shape, though. What a cute little. Was this like the easy bake oven back in the day? I would not use it. That's crazy, but the green is in wonderful shape. Oh my gosh, this little stove, that green is in wonderful shape. And actually, scary enough, the cord is too, but I'm not plugging it in. I'm not testing it. You all take your chances. So we'll see how this cleans up a Pyrex tulip. And I didn't know what the value was of it, because the last one that was even, it was like 2013 had come around. 2013. But it's got, people used it. So it's got, your Pam, your spray Pam buildup. So I love a good challenge. There's some flea bites on it. There's some imperfections because it was used, and probably the metal utensils kept hitting, where they would serve their lasagna. So I'm going to try to get this one cleaned up without hurting the etching that was on there. I can't say that I've even seen these come up for auction, and I don't even know if they sell, but it enticed me because it was the same, on the same lines, but it's old. It's beautiful. The daffodils is amazing. The color is amazing. The old crusty tin and the bale handle. Are they called bale handles? I never know. And it's a little imperfect, but y'all, I'm a lot imperfect. My age is not helping me helping me out. I did get the one ice cream just because it is a big size and like where you would lay it, you'd be able to see. Because sometimes you can't tell these ice cream molds like on the outside. They just look like, well, I don't know what the image is. But this one is a beautiful flower. It would go with somebody's pewter collection, somebody's mold, like your butter mold collection. I thought it was very pretty. And he did not have a price on it. I liked his tag. I got a couple little Crocs. Little. These are nice. That one still has. Should be scared to take the cork out, but nothing jumped out. I loved that bottle. Claire, Michigan, and I love that it still had the Red Cross label on it. I didn't get the first pick on the green bottles, so I did get one of the picks on some of these little green bottles. There was one Viking mushroom there, and I got a little bitty more and probably paid more than I should have, but that's okay because I loved it. It's beautiful. It's Viking. It happens a lot at auctions. You get caught up in the moment. Oh, look at these little guys. Hello. There's a whole bunch. Now, they're not butter pats, they are from children's dish sets, but I have a few. Some of them don't have as much of the little indent saucer mark, and they're old. They are perfectly imperfect. But then they had little creamers. Oh, all littles. If you're doing little trinket shelves, and that was a lot of them in there. There was a lot. And then everybody on my social media loved this little chamber pot with a little puppy sticking out of it. They're like, "What is that?" It's made in Japan. The little doggies made in Japan, which there again are cute on the little plates. I did get a few more of these, so I can put some more 25s and resell them in an extra little number. Little tin that this was, before you meet your handsome prince, you have to kiss a lot of toads. So, and it's funny because I didn't even know. I just love the saying. I thought that was hilarious. So you push it open. Which way does it go? Okay, opens this way. Open sesame. So you open it and you pull this out. It's an ashtray. It's like the old cars that had an ashtray. So it even has a little note inside that they wrote what it is. But I thought that's fun. That's just a fun piece, y'all. A couple other little tins I got was the horse saddle soap, and then these two were sold together. And even though this had a chip, this little this is, I believe it is. Hold on, Royal Dalton. You can't see the chip too awful bad, but look at that image. So it probably would have had a saucer with it. No, it is a saucer. It would have had a cup with it probably. But oh my gosh, that image is so stinking cute, especially coming up with the bunnies and the chick. Coming up on Easter. Oh, too cute. I did ask of them to pull out of that stripe lot because they had a green stripe. They're very cool. And then the Anchor Hawking. This tulip did not have a lid, but somebody might be very happy just to have it. And then this one has the lid. And then this one, the pepper, has the lid, no salts, but $4.50. Oh, they'd be more at a garage sale. I'm just saying it would be. Okay, where are we? I got this little wooden carved. It came with a cast iron holder to hold it up. Very cool. One little hobnail oil lamp, not broken, just needs a bath. I got quite a few of the hog scraper candles. They're old. Some of them are not as good a wear as we'd like them to be, but they're old. These are probably the best. This one's missing, needs tightened. This one's missing. Sometimes they separated during the auction and they were starting to sell stuff, and they were just supposed to be selling the tools. And I had told Chris, the butter pat, please, and those little plates, please. But then they said they're just going to sell the tools. Well, I looked over and they're at the table where all these were, and I got a little anxious, and and then I'm like, a lot of times if you don't get that first bid, they'll pick what you want. So they were just supposed to be selling tools. So anyway, and then somebody had spray painted this one, sadly, but it's still cool. It's still a hog scraper candle. I'm not going to try to take the rust. I probably actually could patina. Ooh, like the patina I've been using on the shoe fly screens. I bet you I could do that same patina on this and bring it back to the color it should be. Because even though this one is like the brass copper, you can tell this one is spray painted, and we don't want that. And then there's a couple other ones right here, these oldies. And then I only wanted this little one. I don't know what, are they like some kind of a chalk? Very delicate. I kind of thought about repainting them. And then I had to take them all. I had to take all of them. Oh, you put it with there, didn't you? And then there's a couple little owls. So they're stained up. And is this the home interior one? I always imagine that this is the home interior one. I can't remember. And then a couple little birds, little wooden folk art birds that are amazing. I could not find the paperwork that went with this. I didn't even mean to bid on it, y'all. I just said somebody might buy it for $250, and they took my bid at $250 for it. And the paperwork, the newspaper printing was an artist, and it was a pipe holder. And then when I went back to look for the paperwork on the table, because they had brought some of the home decor over, because they were just supposed to be, anyway. So I didn't get the paperwork, because now it doesn't really, I don't know if it makes any sense to anybody if you don't have the paperwork with it. Darn it all. Couple little wind-ups, little chick, and a little rooster pulling the half an egg cart. And I got a few more pairs of glasses, because I listed all the other ones, and then I realized that I wanted to crate with some, and like, oh, I already listed them all. I did get some sheets of buttons, but one, they've been sitting locked up for 30 years, so one just destroyed itself. So I'm going to try to figure out how to fix that. And then I need to see if they have a smell, when you get locked up like that. So Chris is over there laughing at me as I'm sniffing, because I just didn't. I did a scratch and sniff. He doesn't have a mic on, y'all. So I did buy some of them. They're beautiful, but you know how paper will get that odor. I think I'll just put a little bit of like scent beads in the bag and see what happens. And then you just pray for the best if they stay together. The one just got totally disintegrated. But I was trying to figure. I was so intimidated. There were so many, and people were spending up on them, and I'm like, I just don't know. So that's all I grabbed. that was it. Yeah. Oh, and I got one little. I love that somebody repaired it. The old wooden handle ice cream scoops. I cannot believe I never thought that they were collectible, and then the next thing you know, I watched somebody else collecting them, and then the next thing you know, I'm buying them. So there's that. Anyway, so I'll let Chris share with you what he got.
He had a bunch of tools there. Started out with plumb bobs, and I won the bid.
It was choice. I won the bid on this, and I picked up all three. These are the brass ones, and they usually do sell fairly quickly for me. Then there had to have been 30 more that were all just metal kind, and they were going pretty decent as far as price. But then at the end, he said, okay, just throw them all together. So I got all these for, I think it was $5. Same thing with draw knives. I won the bid on those. And the guy was auctioning off. This was a different auctioneer than Yvonne had. And hers was doing everything by this little section here, this little section. This guy, he was just like, let's do choice on the whole table until there's nothing left. So that's how you ended up with so much of the
That's
same
how
thing.
the candlesticks got on there, and I didn't want them to be sold yet.
Some older pneumatic wrenches. This one's definitely seized up, so it's going to need some help. But here's some more. I guess they're not wrenches, they're screwdrivers. But as you push down, the tip will spin. Along with that, though, came these egg beater drills. You just spin them. They call them an egg beater. I was able to get a couple of planes, but like Yvonne said, Todd was there, so he is the plane guy. So I just waited till the end, and I'm like, okay, that's a Stanley number 4, and this one came with it. So yet again, at the end of the table, and they said $5 for all these hammers, and I'm like, okay, because the bag wasn't quite heavy enough for me to carry out to the car yet. I did win the bid on this, and I just thought they're pretty cool. They're a matching set,
Like they
or
graduated.
somewhat of a matching set, the style. So I'll clean these up. They all have wording on them. I'll look them up too to see if there's anything special about them. Along with that, I do get monkey wrenches from time to time, but I usually don't get them this big. These things are huge. So these will also get cleaned up.
I think they're cool with the wooden handles.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actual wood on the handle. So I got a couple of scraper planes. These are both Stanleys also. So I'll get these cleaned up as well. This one is a scraper plane, but it's for a small scraper. And these are dual heads. So they would have been for like your crown molding or something. That's why there's 2 heads on them. And then the last thing we got, which
was the first thing we got.
The guy had a bunch of thermometers, and we're never able to touch these at auctions. And the Frosty Root Beer, this one we know sells really well. Now the thermometer is a replacement one that's not the right size, but I looked through some of the other thermometers that we have, and I do have one that matches, so I will just take that off. It's got the wood actually on it too. I'll unscrew it right here and here, put the new one on, or the different one on that actually fits the whole space, and it'll be as good as new.
So thanks for hanging with us, seeing what was at the auction, and we will see you next time, and you can see we've been shopping. Bye. Bye.